Hello my fashion forward fam, this is Cherise here and you're watching FFP TV. So guys, you've seen the title, let's get into it. My first time.
Got you!
Wrong! I'm not gonna tell you about my first time. That's TMI and nah. But I am gonna do my first time tag. I figured this would be a really fun way to kind of get to know me a little bit better, as you guys have requested. I know you guys probably clicked the video like, yeah, this is gonna be good, right? Wrong. It's gonna be good, but not in the way you think. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions. The first question is, when is the first time you have tweeted something? I've had a Twitter for a few years. I'm not really great at Twitter at all. I really don't get the concept. I know you guys are probably like, what? How do you not get Twitter? I don't get it. But I've had Twitter for a very long time, probably like 4 years that I've had Twitter. That's how long ago I've tweeted. I do still tweet when I'm posting, you guys. So I know that a lot of you have seen me post you guys on Twitter as well, those who follow Fashion Forward Plus. If you don't follow Fashion Forward Plus and this is the first time you're seeing Fashion Forward Plus, go ahead and subscribe to Fashion Forward Plus on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All the links will be in the description. Just follow me everywhere so you get the updated scoop, and you yourself can also be featured on Fashion Forward Plus. So the first time I tweeted, probably like 4 years ago when I created a Twitter account. It is probably something random like, hey, I'm here, or something like that. Next question. First YouTube video. I've also had YouTube for a very long time. The first YouTube video on this FFP TV was on Tuesday. So Tuesday was the first video for FFP TV. Next question. The first person you subscribed to on YouTube. My cousin. Her name is Abigail Warner. You can follow her on YouTube. She still has her YouTube account. She sings so well and I love her. And if you have watched Share Glam, then you've definitely seen features of us doing videos together. So yeah, she was the first person that I subscribed to on YouTube, Abigail Warner. And I'm gonna probably put her name somewhere right here so that you guys can see her name, and I'm gonna also link her YouTube in the description. So go ahead and follow her. She has 2 amazing channels and they're doing extremely well, and I'm very, very proud of her. Your first Facebook profile picture. Oh, it was terrible. So yeah, no, that was my first Facebook profile picture. Do you still talk to your first love? No, we don't talk. Next question. What was your first alcoholic drink? Dang. My first alcoholic drink was a Shandy. What was your first job? My first job was, I was a daycare worker. My first job, I was 14. I was 14 years old when I had my first job, and I worked at a daycare over the summer. What was your first car? My first car was a Toyota Corolla. It was so pretty and I loved it. Who was the first person to text you today? Ken was the first person to text me today. Hey Ken, I know you're watching. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? The first person I thought of this morning is the first person I think of every morning, and that's the BAE. Hey babe, who was your first grade teacher? Shout out to Miss Robinson, because her eyebrows were always on fleek. She was my first grade teacher. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? My first ride on an airplane, I was like a couple months old, I think, and I think it was to England. Who was your first best friend, and do you guys still talk? My first best friend would have to be Madonna, and yes, we still talk. Hey Donna, Love you. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover was at my Auntie Sandra's house. What was the first thing you did this morning? The first thing I did this morning was stretch. I stretch as soon as I wake up. What was the first concert you ever went to? The first concert that I ever went to was B2K. I was such a huge B2K fan. I was a stan. I was like probably head of the fan club over in New York. I loved B2K. Let me tell you. Oh, Marion though. Ooh, Fizz was my fave. I loved Fizz. I saw the potential since day one. First broken bone. I've only broken one bone and it was my ankle. First piercing. The first piercing I got was my ears, of course. I didn't get my ears pierced until I was 15. First foreign country that I've ever gone to was England, and it was also my first plane ride, and I was an infant. I was under 1 year old. That's the first movie I remember seeing in the movie theater was The Lion King. When was my first detention? I had a few of those. I'm not gonna lie. My first detention probably was like the 7th grade. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate was my cousin Abby. If you had one wish, what would it be? I don't know. If I had one wish, I don't know. What was the first sport that you've ever been involved in? I would say for me that was basketball. It was the first sport that I fell in love with, and I was good at it. What's the first thing you do when you get home? I take my shoes off. When was your first kiss? My first kiss was when I was 15. And that is all the questions for my first time. If you guys want to do this tag, I encourage you to do it. It was really, really fun. And you guys got to know a little bit more about me. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you again with another video. Until next time, my fashion forward fam, stay sweet. Bye.